Hi, I'm Anna Maria and welcome back to my channel. Before we begin, I'd like to ask that you please subscribe to my channel and like this video to show your support. If you've ever made a video before, then you will know how much time and effort goes into it, and I don't have a lot of time or a lot of effort, so I would really appreciate your appreciation if you would be so kind. But anyway, that's enough about that, and let's begin. If you've been following along, then you will know that not only do I have MS, I've also had Lemtrada, which means that I'm immunocompromised. So, am I shielding because of COVID-19? The simple answer is no, for reasons that I will now explain. The primary reason is caring commitments. Friends and family members of mine will know that for the last 6 years or so, I've been looking after my grandmother, and more recently, my grandfather has needed help too. I don't live with my grandparents, so this obviously means mixing households, and because their needs are quite high, 4 of us within my family share the caring commitments, and the 4 of us also live in separate households. So whilst we don't all go at the same time, we are in effect mixing with secondary households by virtue of what we do. No matter how we play it, this is unavoidable unless only one of us was to take on the caring responsibilities, and that's not really feasible or realistic at this time. We are of course careful because the 4 of us involved are social distancing as best we can outside of our caring commitments. So this should hopefully mitigate the likelihood of not only passing COVID-19 onto our grandparents, but also other carers in the group and their households as well. We have of course considered the potential strain that we might place on the NHS should any one of us become unwell, maybe more so in my case, I really don't know. But actually, if we were to take a step back, then adult social care services would need to intervene, and that would definitely place a burden on the NHS. So it's a catch-22, no matter how you look at it. And I imagine that before lockdown, there were many carers out there who had underlying health conditions, just like I do. And I'm afraid to say that lockdown doesn't make those caring commitments go away. It just means that, like everybody else, we have got to be much more careful, wash our hands, etc, etc. You know where I'm going with this. The second reason why I'm unable to shield is to shop for essential items. If you're in the UK, then you will know that the NHS has been issuing letters to those considered to be at high risk of contracting COVID-19, as well as significant complications due to having the virus. And this letter will entitle you to at-home services, which will vary from council to council, as well as online delivery slots with major supermarkets like Sainsbury's and Ocado. Now, you might be surprised to know that actually I don't meet the criteria for this letter. I've been in contact with my MS team, which is based at the National Hospital for Neurology and Neurosurgery in Queen Square, London, and they are only issuing letters to patients who have been treated with Lemtrada within the last 3 months. So I've just missed the boat by 1 month. In my opinion, you should already know, with or without a letter, whether or not you, 1, have an underlying health condition, and 2, whether or not that condition places you at higher risk. And I am, of course, very well aware of the fact that I am immunocompromised. So whilst it would have been nice to get online deliveries, I do have to head on down to a supermarket every now and then and risk coming into contact with the population at large. But I do take every precaution that I can, so I will wear a mask and I will anti-bac my hands whenever I touch something. I do not wear gloves because I think they're wasteful. Washing your hands and anti-backing your hands will suffice, yeah? Don't use gloves unless you really have to.
If you're an NHS worker, of course, wear gloves. If you just go into Asda, you don't need to wear gloves. Yeah, stop being so ridiculous. And when you get home and take your gloves off, don't you wash your hands anyway?
I'm sick and tired of seeing gloves on the floor on the streets. It's not necessary at all.
And last but not least, the third reason why I leave my home is for my daily 1 hour exercise entitlement. If you've watched my previous video, how to cope with an MS diagnosis, then you will know that I have found going for walks to be really therapeutic and beneficial for my mental health. So it's not something that I would give up lightly unless we were of course told to by the government. I am very careful. I do exercise alone, but when you live in a big city, there is of course a chance that you have some inadvertent contact with others. For example, crossing paths with somebody on the street, but this is very rare because I normally see it coming and I will either cross the road or change direction. And that's it from me. Luckily, I've been able to work from home. With a predominantly client-facing role, I am really grateful to my employer for being so considerate. I've actually quite enjoyed video calling my clients, and strangely it's been more intimate, you know, because I've been able to experience their home life in a way that I never could before lockdown. I also video call my friends and family on a daily basis, and my takeaway from lockdown so far is that it's brought me so much closer to my loved ones. Let me know in the comment section down below how it's been working out for you. Until the next video, stay home where you can, stay safe and take care. Bye for now.